Hello and welcome everyone.
It's a pleasure to be here representing Metropolitan College.
Absolutely, it's going to be great.
Support must begin from the very first inquiry.
You're like Houston, Texas, sending the rockets into the orbit. Hello and welcome everyone to yet another podcast with MSM Unify. The entire world of international education is in a period of profound change as the Big Four destinations are increasingly becoming more complex with changing visa regulations, tightening of borders. Students are now looking and evaluating more emerging options, destinations where quality, affordable education is being delivered in a safe, secure, and a culturally rich environment. Today, we are going to deep dive into such a location such as this. Do you have a guess? Let me not put you to test. Greece is leading on the forefront of such kind of an emerging destination. And today, I have a great honor to welcome and to introduce Mr. George Daskalakis, the Chief Operating Officer of Metropolitan College. George, thank you so much for joining today.
Tabitha, thank you so much for the kind introduction. And it's a pleasure to be here representing Metropolitan College. I'm looking forward to sharing some of our perspectives and experiences.
Absolutely, it's going to be great. I believe, George, that in this time, especially in this graphical time, students' motivations are constantly evolving. Institutions are rethinking their delivery systems. And most importantly, governments are recalibrating these policies. So before we go ahead into a series of questions that I have, which our audience are always looking forward to hearing from you, I would like to set the context for today. When you look at global higher education today, what do you believe has shifted dramatically, George, in the last few years? Could be a combination of students' expectations or institutional delivery, institutional strategy. What do you think has shifted?
That's a great question, actually. So I would say that one of the most significant shifts we observe today is that students approach international education much more strategically than in the past.
Yeah.
So global demand for international education continues to grow and is expected to reach nearly 9 million internationally mobile students by 2030. However, the way students evaluate their options has changed considerably. Students no longer choose universities based solely on a reputation. So increasingly, they look for personal relevance, affordability, employability outcomes, and I will say international mobility opportunities. Cost considerations have become central to the decision-making process. Many students are looking for destinations that combine high academic standards with reasonable tuition fees and reasonable living costs. At the same time, we see growing diversity in student mobility, with increasing outbound demand from regions such as South Asia, Middle East, and Africa. So this is that institutions must adapt by aligning programs more closely with labor market needs, strengthening student services, and creating more supportive international student environments. At the same time, institutions themselves are also reevaluating sustainability, regulatory alignment, and the national partnership models.
Wow, what a word. Amen to that, George. Now, I must say that a lot of institutions already acknowledge such kind of shifts. Needless to say, we are in this ecosystem. We bump into a lot of education leaders. They acknowledge the shifts, but not all of them are able to consistently bring them into functionality, adaptability. That's where I'm biased towards Metropolitan College, and that brings me to my next question. How would you describe Metropolitan College mission today, and what truly differentiates Metropolitan in Europe as well as in the international ecosystem and prism?
You're right, we must evolve, always. So to answer your question, if I had to summarize Metropolitan College in, let's say, 3 words, I would say quality, accessibility, and career orientation. As you said, over the past 40 plus years, Metropolitan College has evolved from a local institution into the largest provider of UK transnational higher education in Europe. We educate approximately 14,000 students across multiple campuses in Greece, in more than 80 undergraduate and postgraduate programs. What makes our model distinctive is that we combine British academic excellence with a vibrant European learning environment. Our programs are delivered in collaboration with distinguished UK universities and follow the same academic standards, curriculum frameworks, and quality assurance which is applied in the United Kingdom. At the same time, we remain deeply committed to a student-first philosophy. And let me highlight this. Why? Because every student represents an individual journey. And it is our responsibility not only to provide knowledge, but also to help students develop the skills, confidence, and perspective required to succeed in an ever-increasing globalized world.
How do you think these international academic partnerships strengthen a student's life, a student's experience, a student's takeaway, and at the last, the academic credibility?
Yeah, I mean, international partnerships are fundamental to our academic model. We, as Metropolitan College in Greece, effectively function as an academic bridge between the United Kingdom and Greece. And more broadly, if we can say this, between UK higher education and the wider European region. And our partnerships ensure curriculum equivalence with UK campus delivery, supported by external moderation and rigorous quality assurance processes. This means that students experience genuine UK higher education within a European academic ecosystem. Beyond academic credibility, these partnerships also strengthen institutional development, support internationalization, and at the same time allow us to embed professional certification frameworks and industry connections within our programs. So ultimately, this ensures that our graduates hold qualifications that are internationally recognized and always professionally relevant.
Yes, absolutely. No, I believe what you've said is so spectacular and remarkable because that's a rudimentary of academic foundation. Now, George, I'm taking myself many years ago when I was a budding, aspiring international education student. Even with all the AI, the changes that are happening, the complexities that are arising across the world, I believe that there is one core desire, a core ambition that hasn't shifted from the students. Will my degree get me a job? Because in today's time, employability is inseparable from academic pedagogy. It goes hand in hand. So whenever a student is looking for a job, he's spending a lot of time, he or she is spending a lot of time in going through the testimonials, the average starting salary, the career transition, what kind of company students are being absorbed into, which I think should be the primary and primitive ask of any student. Now, which thank you so much, by the way, for laying that as an incredible foundation about the international academic partnerships, which gives the student an opportunity to absorb information at a global level. But will this education really translate into career opportunity? Because we can develop phenomenal pedagogies for our students, right? We can take them to the moon too if this is our desire. But at the end of the day, is my student getting a job opportunity? So how does Metropolitan design programs to remain aligned with evolving labor markets today?
We must be aligned and relevant at all times. So higher education today must remain closely connected to the realities of the global workforce. Industries are transforming rapidly due to technological innovation, digitalization, and new skill demands, right? To respond to these developments, Metropolitan College works closely with international education experts, industry partners, and labor market intelligence networks when designing these academic programs. So our academic model combines research-informed teaching, project-based learning, and practical industry exposure. So in addition, many programs incorporated embedded professional certifications, industry simulations, and structured internships opportunities, which all of them significantly strengthen ability outcomes. Ultimately, our goal is simple. When students graduate, they should feel fully prepared to enter the professional world with confidence.
Absolutely. Cannot agree with you more, because I believe in today's time, career readiness is not just going through textbook, sitting in a classroom and learning. While that is the fuel for sure, this is undebatable, but at the same time, exposure. So what I'm trying to understand from your answer is you are exposing students even while they're studying in the classroom through real-time workforce. So they're getting into a sneak peek on how to apply this theoretical knowledge into real time through internships, through case studies, etc. That is phenomenal. I think this is how the world is now changing. I think the word skill set is becoming more prominent than ever. That's great. So what role do internships, industry projects, case studies, employer partnerships play a role in your specific academic model?
This industry engagement portfolio is deeply integrated into our academic philosophy. The majority of our programs include structured internships, applied projects, and collaboration with industry professionals. So students benefit from guest lectures, case studies, employer partnerships, at the same time with hands-on learning experiences that connect theory with the real world practice. This allows our students to develop professional networks early in their studies, and at the same time to gain a clear understanding of the industries they aspire to enter. By the time they graduate, our students already possess practical experience alongside their academic qualifications.
Thank you so much, George, for all that, because I see this kind of work happening on your campus in the corridor when I was passing by. So that is phenomenal. Now, let's just segue into something a little bit more experiential for a student.
Sure, yeah.
When a student from South Asia or Southeast Asia or Middle East or from Africa or from anywhere, from any part of the world is choosing a university, while the primary ask is to get a job, come on, let's not kid ourselves. I would do the same, and I believe you will do the same for you or for our children, right? But there's one thing I believe, that when a student is choosing a university or a college or a business school, he's choosing life. So how does Metropolitan College support international students from admissions to graduation and to enter into the workforce?
We have been there, and this is what we want to do. International students, we were international students in the past, do not simply relocate academically. They relocate at the same time socially, culturally, and emotionally. And for that reason, support must begin from the very first inquiry and continue throughout the entire student journey.
Right.
At Metropolitan College in Greece, we operate within a clearly structured admissions process. Visa guidance framework and academic support system, which are designed specifically for our international students. We provide personalized academic advising, integration services, career guidance, and continuous communication to ensure students feel supported at every stage. Not only academic success, but also helping students feel fully integrated within a welcoming academic community in Greece.
Cool, that's good. I like the fact what you're saying.
Babita, one question.
Yes.
With two legs, actually. What does MSM Unify look for when deciding to partner with an institution? The second leg of the question is, how do you measure whether a partnership is actually working?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that question. As much as it sounds poetic, I'm going to be very candid and I will pour my heart to you when I'm answering this question. First and foremost, student value and student outcomes are our driving force at MSM and to me as a person in this industry. When we are partnering with an institution, that is why I made it a point to come and meet you in person to understand your internationalization goals and what you have for a student. I always evaluate and understand the ambition of the institution. Is the institution just desperate to get volume student numbers, or is the institution geared up to create stable global enrollment strategies for the well-being of the student and also, of course, to improve the institutional delivery? That is something that I'm always looking forward for. And the second one would be alignment of vision. There should be an alignment of vision. When I'm partnering with an institution, we become one. We become an extension of both. We serve each other. You become the extension of me in your location. I become the extension of you in my location. Transparency. Willing to share marketing strategies to develop something that is so agile and fluidic. Again, coming to the ambition of serving the students. So this is something that I always look for in deciding to partner with the institution. Pedigree stands on the top, but I always believe Even the institution is concrete, George. Institution is made from ambition of hearts of education leaders coming together. So that is something that I'm always looking for. You've also asked me, how do I evaluate if a partnership is really working? Phenomenal question. I would answer this question based on quantitative and qualitative. If I were to lean towards quantitative, I would look at the quality of number of applications that are coming into the enrollment funnel. How many of them are translating into tuition fee payment? What are the obstacles during the admission journey? Are there any obstacles in the visa regulations, or how many of the students are actually getting visas and translate? This is quantitative. We don't need to go into this. You and I are completely aware of the drill. But at the same time, I'm looking at qualitative as well. Is the institution willing to be agile? Is the institution willing to be flexible? Is the institution willing to make space for a student to come in even in the 11th hour? And at the end of the day, it is transparency from both the parties. So this is how I evaluate that transparency, the partnership is working. Transparency, clarity, data. These are my three, if you would say, a pyramid.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much, George. Thank you so much. And I think that is something that we have been discussing. I said the first thing is, during our collaboration, while we were in the discussion of collaboration, I said, transparency, George. I will tell you when something doesn't work. And I will tell you that I raise the red flag and say, this is the time that we need to.
And exactly this is our approach, Babita, and we are in full alignment on that.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I know that. If there's one insight on a reflective note you would like to share to you want your students, your educators and policymakers to take away from responsible international education, what would it be?
This is going to be one of the many things we discussed, but for me the highlight, the key concept is openness. So openness to cultures, exactly, new ideas and new perspectives. International education should not only simply move students across borders, it should cultivate the global citizens capable of collaboration and responsible leadership. So if our sector remains open, inclusive and forward-looking, it will continue to play a vital role in shaping a more connected and responsible global society.
I love that. I love the keywords which you use: openness, then you use agility, creating opportunities. I think this is an amalgamation of all that. I really loved my time speaking to you, George. For the listeners out there, this is going to be the first time, but I always love enjoying conversations with you because I think that is so strategic, at the same time, at a human level, so compassionate for students and societies, making affordable education accessible to students. So thank you so much for this thoughtful and a very honest conversation. We believe at MSM Unify that global education works only when institutions, partners, and students come in alignment. We work on a pyramid. I wish all the success to Metropolitan College, and I hope and I'm so confident that this impact is going to be meaningful. George, thank you so much once again for your time.
Thank you so much. The pleasure was all mine.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.